Hello and welcome to Wait For Real.
A true crime and paranormal podcast. I'm Grace.
And I'm Katie.
And happy Memorial Day
Yeah,
week.
week because it'll be after Memorial Day
Oh,
for
do you
them.
get off? You don't get off Memorial Day.
Mm-mm.
You Canadian bitch.
It's okay. I got off last Monday for Victoria Day.
Oh, yeah, what'd you do for Victoria?
Not a damn thing.
You're like, Victoria? Don't know her.
Yeah, no.
Respect. Yeah, I told myself that I was going to go outside and like be in the sun because I feel like sickly. I'm so pale.
Mood.
But it's 100 degrees every day.
Yeah, no. My mom said it's so hot the other day when I was talking to her. I'm like, it's freezing here. Not as much today. The sun's out a little bit, but it's been very cold.
Yeah, like my house, because my AC is all fucked up. I think I brought it
Yeah.
up last week in the episode, but
I don't think so.
well, regardless, my AC is messed up. So it's
Okay,
currently
yes.
82 degrees in my house.
Mm-mm.
Hence why I'm wearing a tank top.
Yeah. And I'm wearing long sleeves. That's crazy.
It is crazy. It really is. Oh my gosh. Yeah. So last week you covered what?
Haunted paintings.
Oh, yes.
And everybody be proud that I was able to insert the video, and I even had it on your hand at the end when you were like this.
I know, I watched it.
Okay, good. I was like, I
like
did it.
watched
I
it
did
in
all
that
the
like I
thing.
skimmed ahead until I saw you superimpose it. I didn't listen to
Yes.
us because I was like, oh, this
It's
is
okay.
humbling.
It's okay.
I was like, I've listened to myself too much.
I know.
Yeah, I was telling Beth, shout out Beth, she sent a picture of this our recording from the previous week. She was watching it
Mhm.
on her TV, and I was like, that is so humbling. Stop pausing it at the worst times. And she
Oh
was
my
like,
god.
she just was like, it's something you have to get used to, sort of like whenever we first started podcasting and our voices. I was like, oh my
Oh
god, my
my
voice sucks.
gosh. It was so scary. I just remember my voice would shake so much in the beginning.
I know, and look at
It
us
was
now.
I know.
No shame.
I know. John sent me a picture of him watching us too.
Yeah.
I was like, oh my
Aw,
god.
I love that.
Yeah,
Our fans.
that's right. I mean, those are
So
our friends. So
they are.
we just call our friends fans now.
Guys, if Pancake acts up, I'm hitting him with the rubber ducky with the surfboard today.
Just to be clear, she's throwing it at a door. She's
Oh,
not
yeah.
throwing it directly at when you said it like that. I'm like, she's
Yes.
not hitting her cat.
It's at the door, not the cat.
Yes.
I need to get my nails done. Sorry, I just saw them in the video. I was like, ooh. Okay.
Jump scare.
Literally. So I did not want to do anything like dark and spooky today. I wanted to do something lighthearted because, why not? It's a Saturday and it's a holiday weekend for me. So I'm living my best life.
As you should.
I'm trying to gaslight myself to having a good weekend, even though I have
Okay.
to work and do other things.
Love that.
So we are covering today. Wait, take a guess. You have no idea what I'm even thinking of talking about.
No, there's literally no way that I could guess. Also, that would be insane if I guessed it right.
It's you. You would probably guess it right.
Probably. No, I have no idea.
So we are going to talk about Mattress Firm.
Oh my god. Okay. I would not have guessed this.
Really? I thought you would have.
No.
Okay, so if you're a longtime listener, I've talked about this, like we've made jokes about it for a long time, that the conspiracy theory is that Mattress Firm is a money laundering front.
Mm-hmm.
And I have like a couple episodes that are prepared. I call them like my rainy day episodes, meaning like in case I don't have time to prep something. And yesterday I texted Katie, I was like, is this my week to do a story? I was like, shit.
It is.
So I pulled this out of the rainy day folder, but it's a doozy in that, I mean, I can see both sides of it. Obviously, I'm going to believe the conspiracy theory because that's me as a person, but I do see the factual side of it. And I'm like, fine, it makes sense. But,
Okay. I'll decide. No, I'm just kidding.
I've learned a lot about mattresses today.
Love that for you.
So first things first, the conspiracy is that Mattress Firm is money laundering.
Mm-hmm.
And this is probably one of the most common like Reddit thread, like where people just go off on tangents and just like make up this crazy thoughts that, it's 100% like a money front.
Okay.
Basically, let me give you a rundown of what Mattress Firm is. I'm going to do like a
Yes.
little history moment.
I'm adjusting. If you guys are watching the video, don't mind me.
And I will say, yeah, you're just going to be cut out of the video again.
Yeah.
So I will say that I own a mattress from Mattress Firm. hair flip.
Okay. So
I got it.
you are giving them money.
I am. Yeah, I was one of those idiots. Yeah. So,
Mm.
anyways, so Mattress Firm is the nation's largest omni-channel mattress specialty retailer and has been helping solve America's sleep problems for more than 90 years through
Mm.
our family of brands.
Family of brands. Sounds
Every one
suspicious.
of our more than 6,000 passionate sleep experts are driven by a common purpose to change people's lives through better sleep. While whether browsing online or in one of our 2,300 plus stores, our highly trained team provides personalized service and advice to help customers choose the right mattress and bedding products based on their unique needs. And it says, this is a blurb that I got from when Mattress Firm. Let me just get through it and then I'll explain. It
Okay.
says our expertly curated selection of products include the leading brands such as Beauty Rest, Nectar, Sealy, Serta, Simmons, Sleepy, Steams and Foster, Tempur-Pedic, Tuft and Needle, Tulo, and Purple.
So they own literally everything, every mattress then.
Yeah. It
Sounds
says
like.
Mattress Firm supports local and national charities through product and monetary donations and offers employees volunteering opportunities to serve their communities. No matter the time of night, Mattress Firm wants to help people get the sleep they deserve.
Interesting.
So I was like, again, I was like, oh, I didn't realize like the mattress game had so many players, but in reality, all the players are one.
This is like Tyson. The
Yes,
yes,
the chicken
okay.
brand.
Yes, where it's like every other chicken tender in the frozen aisle, it's actually owned by Tyson.
And they just make different small name farms to make
Yes.
it like sound, yeah, 100%.
Yep.
100%. And all of my notes I copied are all over the place. So we know what, we're gonna just jump around and
I
hope for the
love
best.
that. Yeah, let's do
Are
it.
you surprised? Are
No.
you surprised?
That's what we're here for.
Right? So Mattress Firm has been around for a long time and it's gone through a lot of drama in the past, like I would say 10, 15 years.
Hmm.
Probably because it's a front. No, I'm kidding. Or
All
is
of
it?
this is alleged, by the way,
I'm doing one of these.
If
Mm,
Mattress Firm is listening.
they're not. Actually, maybe they are. Who knows? So, as of February of this year, Mattress Firm is now been acquired and it is owned by a group called Somni Group International.
Okay.
So, Somni Group International used to be called Tempur Sealy International. So, this
Hmm.
acquisition was finalized after overcoming a whole bunch of like regulatory challenges, including like they had a lawsuit against them by the Federal Trade Commission or FTC that basically sought to block that merger due to like competition concerns. Essentially, everyone's like, this is a monopoly.
Right.
Like,
It is.
you
Yeah.
can't buy a mattress from anyone else at this point.
Right.
Or like, I mean, like I guess Amazon, but are Amazon selling?
But that's what I'm saying. Like, I think mine is also one of those mattresses, and I got mine from Amazon. So I think it's
Yeah.
just all the same.
So basically, the courts were against it, whatever, but then the FTC chose not to pursue further action because the federal judge ruled against it. So
Hmm.
the transaction was allowed to go in 2025. So what they have to say, what Somni Group, their slogan is, it's the world's largest bedding company dedicated to enriching people's lives through the power of good night's sleep. With superior capabilities in design, manufacturing, distribution, and retail, we deliver breakthrough sleep solutions and serve the evolving needs of customers in more than 100 countries worldwide through our fully owned businesses. So they own Tempur Sealy, Mattress Firm, and Dreams. So remember, Mattress Firm owns all those other ones that are like underneath it, right? So like
Hmm.
Purple, Tempur-Pedic, whatever. Dreams is more of the European brand.
Okay.
So if you're buying a mattress in Europe, you would probably go to a store called Dreams. And then it says like it includes like the brands, like I said, Tempur-Pedic, Sealy, Stearns and Foster. And basically they are like the powerhouse of the mattress game.
Yeah.
So let's talk about why we think Mattress Firm is a front.
Okay.
So in 2018, a Reddit thread under conspiracy started, and the title said Mattress Firm is some sort of giant money laundering scheme. And then basically that person posted and said, there's a high number of mattress firms and they're clustered close together and there's usually no foot traffic. Like nothing makes sense about Mattress Firm. So
Okay.
then I was like, okay, let me break down the evidence that they say that they have. So First one, oversaturation of stores. You've seen, well, I guess in Canada they don't. Do they have Mattress Firm? Probably not.
Okay, well, I've seen a Mattress Firm before.
Right, but I was thinking about Canada. But yeah, so
I
back
don't
home.
think. Yeah, I was like, I don't know. Not that I've paid attention to if they do have them here.
So at one point, Mattress Firm had more than 3,500 locations, which was more than McDonald's.
Damn.
Yeah. Then on top of that, you got to think that if you look at a map or you're like, you go to the Mattress Firm website, which is what I did, and I said, I want to see how many Mattress Firms are in Orlando. So just in the city of Orlando, there's 17 stores.
That doesn't make any sense.
And then also in some cities, like for example, Houston, Phoenix, and Chicago, you can find 3 to 4 Mattress Firms on the same intersection. So I'm talking across the street from each other.
Okay, I'm buying into this conspiracy theory already.
Yes, as you should. And basically, everyone's always like, how many mattresses do people really need? A mattress is something that you do as a 10-year investment. Usually, mattresses have a life of that long. Speaking of, I need a new one. So I'm coming for you, Mattress Firm. And basically, I don't remember what year this was. I think it was like 2018 or something, where they said that, like, statistically, Mattress Firm they know that 82% of the population, the US population, lives within 10 miles of a store.
10 miles. Everybody in the US.
82% of the US.
Oh, 82. Jesus Christ. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Still very weird.
Yeah. Isn't that weird? So then next thing. There's no customers.
Yes, which makes sense, right? Because especially now, I wonder how many stores there are now. You know,
So they
everything's
still
online,
have like, I think over 2,000 storefronts.
which is crazy.
Yeah. So people have observed and made the comment that, you never seem to see people in a Mattress Firm, which is fair because I never see anybody. I remember driving past one on like a road in Orlando, and every time we drive past, like I would drive past it, there's one car there, and it's the same car every single time. That's it.
Fucking weird.
And whenever I went to go buy my mattress, there was nobody else in the store besides me and one sales associate. And I was like, oh, this is how I get murdered.
For sure. Yes.
So you also have to think about how are they able to afford the prime real estate that they have?
Yeah.
Because I'm talking, they got some better spots than Target or Walmart or, other major retail chains. And that shit ain't cheap.
I know.
Okay. I'm getting next
I'm
reason.
like, I'm with you.
Next one is high profit margins makes for an easy cover. So mattresses have a notoriously high markup, which makes sense. So markups can be anywhere between like 50 to 100%. In some instances, you can see something like as far as 500% markup. So your profits are extremely, extremely high. So the thought is that because you're having these extreme markups, it's easier to hide whenever you're moving big money around because you can just say, oh, well, I sold 3 mattresses.
Yeah.
Like, it's not hard to really justify the change.
Right.
So then I'm going to come back and explain why each of these might not be legitimate, right? So lastly would be, like when I was looking it up, somebody on Reddit called it corporate weirdness. So this is this concept that basically they had that really complex merger, right? And there was a lot of drama with Mattress Firm going into bankruptcy and then out of bankruptcy. And now it's a monopoly, and basically is saying that, nobody really knows where the money's coming from, but there's always going to be money. And so let me preface that here. So basically in 2018, Mattress Firm filed for Chapter 11 bankruptcy, and they closed hundreds of stores, and they cited, like, their reasoning for it was duplicate locations, which is also like suspicious.
Everything would be a duplicate location though, then, if you're looking at it like that, especially the ones that have 4 on one intersection.
Yeah.
Suspicious.
So then I looked into it because I was like, that's sus. Like,
yeah,
I don't like you filed for bankruptcy and then a company bought you. That's normal. People do that all the time. Like, literally, I've worked for companies that have had that happen. I get it because you're trying to get out of the debt that you set yourself into, right? But then I looked at what the higher powers, aka the CEO, CFO, COO, what they all made in the time that they filed for bankruptcy.
Right. And it was like millions.
Of course. So during their bankruptcy, like their filing of bankruptcy, they had a discretionary performance bonus of $135.3 million that it paid to
What?
eligible current and former employees. And then it said a payment of $14.6 million to a number of non-employee directors and $2 million in payroll taxes associated with those bonuses. And that this was all paid, hear me out. It says, in recognition of efforts made to exit bankruptcy and our post-restructuring transformation.
Mm-mm. No, 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 no. You don't file for bankruptcy and then have $135 million to give as bonuses. That's
Oh,
on
yeah.
top of it, like regular payroll.
So listen how fucking messy this is, right? So the former CEO of Mattress Firm was named John Eck. John Eck's base salary in 2021, that's the closest I can find.
Yeah.
His base salary in 2021 was $850,000.
Mm-hmm.
That's modest for a CEO.
Yeah,
You're
I was like,
like,
that's like meh. Like, not
yeah.
meh, but I'm just
I'm like,
like,
that's
yeah,
like
that
a
sounds
casual
right.
afternoon, right?
Yeah, that sounds right for a CEO.
His bonus for 2021
Mm-hmm.
was $39 million.
People should not be allowed to make that much money.
So he made, plus like his additional compensations and stuff, in 2021, he made $41.7 million.
While
Yeah,
like people towards the bottom of the food chain in that company are making not even a livable wage.
correct. And the thing that's also interesting about Mattress Firm is they're commission-based employees.
Yeah,
So some of those people aren't making money unless they sell something.
right.
So how
And
do
then
people afford to live?
they're not even getting the profit. They're getting a percentage of the profit.
Exactly. So that's its whole thing. But then the last one I wanted to point out of like why people are like, something ain't right. Basically, Mattress Firm was like owned, like, because it wasn't like the company called Mattress Firm. Prior to this whole buyout, whatever, they were owned by a company called Steinhoff International, which is like a German and South African company.
Okay.
And basically, back in 2017, that company had a huge accounting fraud scandal, like huge. And everyone's like, shady financial decisions. This seems interesting. Nothing. It sounds interesting that the company that they were owned by, then the next year they were like, oh, we had to file for bankruptcy, but we have $135 million in bonuses. Like the math ain't mathing.
No.
You know what I mean?
They're lying about something.
And obviously, John Eck is no longer the CEO.
Obviously, that makes sense.
So Somni Group has a CEO that like has taken over for all of it.
Mm-hmm.
And I didn't see, so yeah, but also Mattress Firm tried to go public, right? So they tried to go onto the NASDAQ. They tried to make themselves a publicly traded company. This was again 10 years ago. And like right before it happened, they just like pulled their name off of it. So they never went public.
Okay.
Like,
The wheels are turning in my head.
right? It's weird as fuck. Okay. So let's go back and go through like all these items I brought up.
Okay.
So 1, oversaturation of stores. This sort of leads into this concept of that they have high profit margins. So because the stores makes like the profit margins are so high, they don't really have to make as many sales as you think they do. And the reason for
Right.
that is that they don't have to put money into inventory because mattresses are usually like you have a warehouse with just a stack of them,
Mm-hmm.
or you make to order. They also, like I said, they ship from a central warehouse usually. So usually if you go to a Mattress Firm, you're not taking a mattress home with you that day. You have to get it ordered and sent to you, right?
Mm-hmm.
Employees are paid on commission. So that means that you're saving millions in labor costs. So again, another opportunity for them to have multiple storefronts because they're not having to pay several different labor costs, etc. And if you own a Mattress Firm, because they can be franchised,
Mm-hmm.
all you have to pay is your rent, utilities, and the franchise fee. And they make the franchise fee relatively affordable. is what they've said online. And there's also this concept that Mattress Firm might own a lot of the property that the Mattress Firm stores are on, which then makes it even cheaper for them to run the product or run the store.
How would they be able to afford owning all of that property though? And then the
Da-na-na-na.
property taxes and all of these things. It's like, yeah, they can, this sounds like someone that's like trying to cover up really bad. You know what I mean? They're like, no, 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 but like we own most of the property anyways. You know, like it was gifted to us by the government, but that's unrelated. You know, I'm like, you guys are suspicious.
Yeah, but also let's talk about the bullshit that is John Eck as CEO
Yeah.
during this time.
Okay.
So this is gonna make me so angry. So let's go back for a second and think about when I was just talking about, the 135 million in bonuses, blah 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 blah
Mm-hmm.
blah. In March of 2020, Mattress Firm decided that it was going to be one of the several retailers to announce it's no longer going to pay its rent because of COVID-19. They just didn't pay their rent.
What a, okay. That was not meant for them.
Yeah. It's like how you hear the stories of like people that, took advantage of like
Of the PPE loans.
Yeah.
Yeah, it
Yeah.
pisses me the fuck off.
Yeah.
You better not
Yeah.
be going to Mattress Firm for your next mattress. I will literally find a mattress
I won't.
place that's unattached. It might actually be a money laundering scheme, but
That one, yeah,
fine.
100%. So another like real explanation for why Mattress Firm is the way that it is that they have a lot of retail strategy failures. So what I'm saying here is that they have a ton of stores that they got because they had a rapid acquisition of competitors without ever actually consolidating locations. So they actually came out and said, like, we sort of cannibalized our own sales because we just bought all the property that we could buy because we were trying to take over the market.
Mm-hmm.
And now they just have these like half empty storefronts. And I'm like, why not close them though? But that's,
Right.
whatever. I don't know. Another like legitimate reason or rationale for why customer base is not that busy, all those things like that, is going to be because mattress shopping is very infrequent. Like we said, you have a mattress for every 7 to 10 years. So foot traffic's going to be minimal at like most, right? It's not like, oh my God, we all have to go to Mattress Firm this weekend and get like our
Right,
yearly
yes.
mattress.
Yeah.
Yeah. And because your mattress is an expensive purchase, like mine was cheap as shit because I was in grad school, but like usually like I have friends that their mattresses are like $3,000 to $5,000, right? When you buy one of those, that accounts for like say like a week or 2 weeks of the like money for that store.
Mm-hmm.
Right? So like maybe their rent is, $5,000 or $10,000. They just have to sell 2 mattresses.
Yeah.
So you got to think about like the math behind that is that it makes it more legitimate that, some of them are going to sit empty or look very empty during the workday or during their month. And then Google's trying to tell me that basically saying like them filing for bankruptcy makes it show that they were like an unsustainable company, not criminal. And I'm like,
Sounds like something a criminal would say.
Yup. Yeah. So currently there is no public evidence that Mattress Firm is actually laundering money. People have gone into their taxes. People have looked at their property, like their payment of property taxes, back taxes, all those things. It seems legitimate. But I like to believe that there's still something going on.
Yeah, usually you have to convince me of the conspiracy. Now you have to convince me to not believe the conspiracy. Now I'm like, no, you can't convince me that they're not doing at least something sketchy. I'm not saying it has to be laundering money, but it's something. Something's not right.
Exactly. I don't know. I think for me, like they could be legitimate, but at the same time, like if you say, okay, this is my hypothetical story, guys.
Okay.
I'm a money launderer that has 20 different businesses and I'm trying to make it like, I'm trying to be smooth sailing. I'm 100% going to franchise some freaking Mattress Firms.
Yeah.
Throw 3 or 4 on the block, sell a mattress here and there. My profit's going to be amazing. Like, it's going to look so sketchy. It's not going to look sketchy is what I'm saying. It's like, you're going to get away with it.
Yeah.
I'm about it. Sign me up. I
You're
mean,
like,
not money laundering. I'm not going to money launder, guys.
I'm like, don't admit to crimes on the podcast, Grace, please.
I love it. And in the process of researching this, I also went down a rabbit hole about another. Have you heard this conspiracy theory that Finland doesn't exist?
I have heard this conspiracy theory.
Okay,
Yeah.
we're not getting into it. I just had to like give it a little plug.
Yeah. No, I've seen like full on. Wow. This is actually one that I have deep dive before. So
Really?
you'll have to cover it sometime. Yeah. But also, we don't believe that, just so you know, listeners.
Yeah, I don't know
we,
where that's.
yeah. I'm like, we
Yeah.
fully know that Finland is a real place.
So, because this is a relatively short episode, I did find a story on Reddit that I feel like I
Okay.
need to read.
I'm ready.
And I pulled it from, I believe, the No Sleep.
Okay. So this is not mattress related.
Oh, it's Mattress Firm.
Oh, okay. Even
It's a
better.
Mattress Firm Reddit story.
Okay. You like stuck to the theme. You know what I mean?
Of course.
I
I
love
fucking
that.
love it.
Okay.
Love it. All right. Get ready. It's a doozy.
I'm ready. I'm so ready.
It's not too long, but it's a doozy. And like, you're just like, what the fuck's happening? All right.
Okay.
It starts with, I went to Mattress Firm to investigate the rumors.
Oh my God. Off to a great start, honestly. No notes.
It says, for those of you who are not aware, there's a rumor/theory that the store chain Mattress Firm is a front for money laundering.
Mm-hmm.
Think about it. How many of them do you see? How many people do you see actually going inside them and buying mattresses? Exactly. It's always quiet, too quiet. People have been noticing many of them too close together, multiple in small towns, even some in the streets with two mattress firms directly facing each other. Super suspicious, right? Well, I have a story for you. Hold tight because things get weird. Probably weirder than anyone would have ever expected.
I'm so ready.
Last night, after dinner, so around 7 p.m., my friends and I were bored out of our minds. Mood.
Mm-hmm. Fair.
We live in a small town where there's not much to do but to go out to dinner, go to a movie, etc. After talking for a while about what there was to do, we remember that there was a new mattress firm built in a new retail development in town. I mentioned the rumors I had heard, and my friend said that she had heard them too and wanted to check it out. Of course, being the timid person that I am, I asked her what we would do if it was actually shady, but she just shook it off and wanted me to come with her. I guess I was too bored to say no. We arrive outside the store, and of course my friend wants me to pose for a Snapchat story.
Oh my God.
She wants to catalog the experience there. We walk in and are greeted by an overeager employee looking to make a sale. She asks us what brings us in. We do look pretty odd as two 19-year-old girls who can't even afford gas looking for a new mattress. My friend, always good at improv, tells this woman how she has recently developed back problems and is going with her mom to look for mattresses tomorrow, but wanted to get a head start on figuring out what works for her. Smart story. The woman seems to buy it, and she starts the process of having my friend try out different mattresses. Firm, medium, soft, etc. My friend Nicole is giving her feedback on each one, saying, "Ooh, this one hurts my back. I like this one," and the like. I film a short clip of her trying one mattress to post on my Snapchat story. After making sure the worker couldn't see my phone, I captioned the video investigating the rumors at Mattress Firm and post it to my story. Rookie mistake.
Yep.
This is when things get incredibly strange. My story wouldn't post, despite having been in the area of town multiple times and knowing my data plan was not used up. I checked and noticed I had no service in the store. Whatever, I thought. I'll post it when we leave. Nicole then gets a phone call from her mom. This is what freaked me out. We have the same cell carrier and even the same iPhone, and I was confused as to why she had service and I didn't. I didn't say anything, but just tried to walk around the store to get some bars. God forbid I miss a text message. At this point, I was on the opposite side of the store from my friend. When I turned around to walk back, I saw a look of what I can only describe as sheer terror on her face. We have been friends since we were 6 years old, and I cannot say I have ever seen her look this scared. I started walking more quickly back over to her and the salesperson. I hear her in a shaky voice say, "Can you go check what that discount would make this price out to be?" The woman goes over to the register to plug in the numbers, and Nicole grabs my arm and says, "We have to get out of here." She's whispering it to me. Knowing her, she doesn't act like this unless something is actually wrong. I asked her what happened, and she said, no time to explain. Get to the car, and I'll tell you. We just have to go now. I agree, and we start heading towards the door, weaving in and out of the mattresses. The woman was behind us at the register in the back of the store when she saw us rushing out. She said, leaving so soon? With a creepy grin across her face.
Oh,
I
I
yelled
hate
back,
that.
yeah, we gotta go. My mom just told me she needs me home. The woman says, I'm pretty sure you're lying to me. There's no way your mom could have contacted you.
What the fuck?
This is when I realized that I wasn't just not getting service. Something in here was blocking my cell reception. Why else would she be so sure my mom couldn't have contacted me? We started running towards the doors, sprinting to push them open. We crashed into the glass and fell backwards. The doors were locked. I
Fuck
have no idea
no.
how, but they were. We were stuck with this crazy woman walking towards us. Do you girls know how to get a job here? I'm hoping you could join our team and we can keep looking for more people. Maybe we could even get you to start your own branch next door where I can keep an eye on you, she
Oh my
said,
God.
reaching towards us. She was carrying 2 uniforms, much like the one she was in, but with each of our names embroidered on them. How they knew our names, I don't know, but I knew this wasn't right. Nicole, being the ever brilliant girl she is, whispered me to play along with whatever the woman wanted. Sure, Nicole said. We're both currently looking for jobs. What a wonderful coincidence. The woman's smile brightened. She began walking at a less aggressive pace, seeming to relax when we were trying to fight her. She started telling us about our new job, saying, so I know it seems scary right now, but trust me, you'll love it here. I finally got my own branch here, and I love it. You'll never want to leave, which is good because you can't, she continued to explain
Jesus
about how we were
Christ.
going to follow her into the back room to start our training. Seeing as we really had no choice, we had to follow her. So, sorry, my nose is like super itchy.
It is okay.
Okay, so it says the back of the store was far from what you would expect. There were no mattresses, no sketchy piles of money, no people hiding back there, nothing. In fact, it was nearly empty except for 2 chairs and one of those box TVs on a wheeled cart sitting in the middle of the room. She told us to go sit in the chairs and watch a video she would play.
No, thank
She
you.
then left the room, locking the door behind her with a loud metallic click.
Fuck no. I'd be throwing that TV on the ground.
Same. Nicole and I looked at each other, dumbfounded. This is not what we expected when we showed up. It was all supposed to be a joke. I started to say to her, but then before I could finish, the TV clicked on and a man came on the screen. He began talking, saying your typical employee introductory video things like, so you've chosen to pursue a career at Mattress Firm, and the like. Then shit hit the fan. The video turned to a static and the woman from earlier came onto the screen. She started speaking slowly in a hypnotic tone, telling us how much she loves it here and how we want to be with this company for the rest of our lives. My friend and I got increasingly uncomfortable, but something kept us fascinated on the screen. We were saved by one thing only. I can only imagine it would have happened to us if Nicole's phone hadn't gone off, breaking our trance. She looked down at it. Her alarm for when we needed to leave was going off because her mom was super strict and needed her home at a certain time, so she had issues in the past, and basically, she had to have an alarm to make sure she remembered. She looked at me, grabbed my arm, and pulled me in the opposite direction that we came in, towards the shipment door. By some miracle, the woman had forgotten to lock the large freight door. We lifted it just enough to slip underneath and took off running through the back parking lot. We ran around the complex to my car parked directly outside the store. We looked at the storefront, and there was the saleswoman, banging on the glass, screaming at us. Without a second glance, we booked it out of there, and we didn't speak until we got to Nicole's house. I walked her to the door. We exchanged one look, knowing that we were never to speak of what happened. I was shaken and kept looking over my shoulder the whole time I drove home. Here's what I think happened. Mattress Firm, while not a money laundering front, is definitely hiding something. From the way the woman acted and how the stores keep popping up in the randomest of places, I think they have been doing this to people all across the country and therefore need to create more stores in order to house all these brainwashed employees. I think if we had stayed, we would have been just like the woman that we saw, stuck in that store and used to continue the scheme. One thing is for sure, I will never be going back there. And to all you reading this, please don't try to investigate anything suspicious. It's probably not what you think. Although, now that I think of it, Mattress Firm seems like a really great place to work. I might go pick up an application tomorrow.
Oh my God. That was really good.
Isn't that awesome?
Yeah, that was great.
Yeah. So, that's another
Gross.
theory. Aliens.
That's
Also
right. Aliens,
aliens.
always, always aliens. That's where they are. They're in the Mattress Firm.
Hold on a second. You're onto something.
New conspiracy theory.
People are like, oh my God, we get it, guys. Yes, I love that idea. So, yeah, that is my current thoughts. Oh, I see a cat behind you.
That's right. Hi, buddy.
He's like, what are you doing? He's like, what are you doing on the floor?
Hey, Annie. You want to say something?
Let's see if he says anything. Quiet on the front.
Not a word out of his mouth.
No. Yeah, so anyways, I will not be buying a mattress from Mattress Firm. Then again, though, Mattress Firm is part of the company that owns fucking every mattress ever made.
Yeah. Well, just don't go into a Mattress Firm to buy.
I had to buy it online.
Yeah.
I hate the idea of not being able to feel the mattress, though.
Oh, that's fair. That's fair. Okay.
Yeah.
Just don't go alone.
Yeah. So, what do you think?
I think something sketchy is happening. I don't know that I think that it's like money laundering per se, but
Yeah.
something is not right.
Mm-hmm. It's creepy. I love it.
This was a really good one.
Thanks. I'm glad you liked it.
It was not chaotic at all. It felt very organized.
Oh, thank you.
You're welcome.
Thank you. But yeah. And if you guys know any other conspiracy theories that are wild like this, or you know something about this, or you've heard something about this, please freaking tell us.
Yeah, let us
We
know.
want to know. Give us the tea. We want
That's
the
right.
tea.
Comment below.
Yeah, comment below. Couple other ways you can reach out to us. One is going to be through social media. Our tag is at Wait for Real Pod, POD. That's going to be Instagram, Facebook, TikTok, whatever. Then if you want to reach out to us directly, you can do a couple of things. One, you can send us a text. So if you're listening on Spotify or Apple right now, there's like a link that says send us a text. You could do that. Or you can send us an email. So our email is waitforrealpod@gmail.com. Katie monitors that, and she will give you all the love if you send her an email. She wants it so badly.
Yes.
Other things, if you really like listening to us, subscribe to our YouTube channel if you're watching this, or even if you're not watching it, go subscribe because, we need those views, baby.
We do.
Also, you can leave us a review on Apple Podcasts, give us some stars on Spotify, all those fun things. Am I forgetting anything else in the promotional side of stuff?
If you want to support the podcast monetarily, you can buy us a cup of coffee. You can find the link below in the show notes or in the YouTube show notes. I don't know what they're called. Description?
Yeah, description.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah. I'm glad you guys hopefully like this.
Yes, this was great.
I know Katie does.
I
That's
liked
fine.
it. Yeah.
That's what matters.
Exactly.
Yes. Okay, cool. Well, then we will leave it as we always do.
Go to therapy.
And don't forget to leave the lights on.